bearing with us. You know, technical problems, things happen, and this is a lesson in leadership. You know, we have to adapt to the situation and the things that are going, and we need to come up with fast solutions. And this is going also to give us, you know, a lesson how to be more prepared for such issues that's going to happen, because we cannot trust technology, even though they have power, but we cannot trust them. We have to trust our instinct first. Anyway, thank you so much for being with us. Welcome to the Character-Driven Leadership. My name is Dr. Houssam Makki. I'm a leadership expert specialized in character-driven leadership. I am the creator of the Makki method and the founder of Character-Driven Leadership. And I am very honored and excited to have Dr. Mackenzie and Atala on board. They were two people out of many that I have approached to pitch the idea of character-driven leadership and share the vision with them. And they said yes, and they helped me with so many things that we were going to explore throughout the journey. The purpose of character-driven leadership is to get true leaders together to discuss problems, bring solutions, and impact for long term. We're going to be diagnosing problems that are going that are happening in so many sectors and industries and in so many areas in the leadership ocean, and we are going to discuss solutions in that. But in parallel with the vision of the character-driven leadership, we have the content that we created within the cafe. As you can see, it's a cafe holding the theme of a cafe. You get tips in sips, you get slices of advice, you get bite of insights, and we will be having guests posting their notes on the leadership wall, sharing their lessons and wisdom with others. So basically the vision is to become the one-stop leadership hub that is adding value to others. At the same time, we're not only talking, we're transforming, because at the end, we agree that leadership starts with responsibility and ends with transformation. Anything else comes after transformation. So leadership's purpose is to transform from where we are to where we should be, or to whom we should become. So this was my introduction for the character-driven leadership, and it's a launch call. So we need to have a conversation, a casual conversation actually, and this means that enough of me, we're going to shift it to Atala, and then we'll go to Dr. Mackenzie, where they will be sharing, first of all, why they joined this movement and what they are looking to pour into us in today's call. Let's go for ladies first. Atala.
Thank you so much. Well, it's a pleasure to be here with both of you, Dr. Mackenzie, Dr. Makki. It really has been a pleasure to just get to know you even more, and especially know your purpose. That's what I was so attracted since the very beginning. And I just want to share a little bit about me. I am certified coach in life, health, leadership, and also mindset. And I have experience of working with international patients for over 16 years, practically leading more than 10,000 patients and their families. So from there, I really decided to integrate 7 core values that I have been able to share in coaching, speaking, and training. And I have seen the benefits, especially in their well-being, health, and relationships. So today, I will be very happy to just share 3 simple C that I call that actually are involving human connection, cultural sensitivity, and these 3 core values. I have seen how when you really connect at a human level, leadership comes more naturally. We're able to break the bridge between 2 cultures, between 2 people, no matter the social status, the culture, the religion. in even the situations in where two people can be and actually integrated. But I would love to just kind of expand a little bit more about what I do this. I believe a lot in the power of human connection. I believe in the power of actually adding value to people's lives, but also in identifying what is the real purpose behind. We do many things as leaders. We always are, as you mentioned one day to me, Dr. Makki, we're always leading people from point A to point B, which is totally true. But what I have found when we truly connect with empathy, you know, I'm here for you, for example, how can I help you? I can see you, I can feel you, you are important to me. That creates automatically this kind of beautiful natural connection that develop rapport, but also trust. And we want people to trust us, right? But not from that kind of control, but actually to inviting them to be seen. Also, when we're actually applying compassion, this is a very simple value that it actually opens doors in many ways. People feel not just seen, but also that they are important, that whatever they're going through matters, right? And I'm not just talking about patients, families, I'm talking about the staff, about teams, I'm talking about colleagues, because we all are human. So when you start really implementing core values, even as simple as kindness, gratitude, even forgiveness. How many times we see leaders, they have resentment toward their staff because maybe they make a mistake and they continue feeling and moving in that energy. We're blocking opportunities. We're blocking the opportunity, especially to reconnect at a human level and to give that person the opportunity to just thrive in life, not just in their business, because whatever they're doing in their business, also remember they are having an impact in their personal lives. So what I wanted to just share here is the importance of human connection, of being able to really connect at that deep level, authentic level, in where as a leaders, it will open the doors for just finding solutions easier. For example, also just being able to be more creative, being able to sleep better, to improve your energy level, because with energy, we do everything, correct? So these values are very simple. This is just like to give you a little kind of summary, but especially they're going to have a positive impact in your health, in your relationships, in that opportunity to invite people to feel more authentic, to feel more appreciated, to feel that they're valued, that they are important, that they can create solutions, to give that opportunity also to delegate, but with that confidence, not with that fear of they're going to make mistakes, for example. Remember, when you're moving in these levels, in these core levels, your energy changes, your perspective changes, your immune system is going to be much stronger, but also the opportunity to see solutions, to be creative, to actually to feel that those relationships matters to you and you matter to them. So it's a beautiful connection. I applied for 16 years and I saw how colleagues, patients, families, staff, we were going to find solutions in difficult moments, but with harmony, with that love, with that compassion that we all needed, because it changes you from the inside. So this is the beautiful thing, right? We want to improve our well-being. We want to improve the quality of our relationships. We want to improve also how we can find solutions. Like right now we have solutions, we have a problem. If we're moving in scarcity and fear, it blocks us and we don't find solutions. When you're moving in these values, you are more creative. You feel more in alignment. You are moving in peace. So you can create solutions from a different level. That makes sense? So this is just a little summary what I wanted to just share with you. And also to always create this kind of consciousness that these core values are inside of us. We don't need to go and buy it. They are available anytime, anywhere, wherever we are, right? Love, gratitude, compassion, empathy, kindness, forgiveness, and trade. So this is our...
Yeah. Awesome.
Sometimes they're coming here. Technology is not very well. I'm not in the United States right now. I'm in Mexico City, and I was having also issues. But at the end of the day, when you're
Uh-oh, your
We
audio.
we lost the audio.
Yeah, maybe she'll come back in. Did you put yourself on mute, Tyler?
Yes, sorry
Okay.
about that.
No,
Oh,
no
okay. Go
problem.
ahead. 'Cause we couldn't hear you when you were speaking. Go
Yes.
ahead.
So what I wanted to say that these core values you can apply in any moment, even in the most difficult situations. I would say I was applying where we were dealing between life and death, for example, how to help somebody to confront those difficult moments, how to lead them with more empathy, with more compassion, with more. Now, I just wanted to mention also that when we're considering that human connection part, it really, really open doors. It opens doors in a very natural way because it comes from the authenticity. It comes from people can see if you are a honest person. People can feel
We
your energy as well,
we
right?
have we have a testimony that happened. Like I will never forget the way how we connected. Me and you, we connected. I mean, this is a testimony of what you were saying. You know, from the very first conversation we had, we just connected and we started talking vision. We started talking ideas, and we connected from there. It didn't take like 10 days or 2 weeks or something for us to start. Like we clicked from the very first conversation. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that because it's important. Like it's important for people to know that the people who are joining the movement of character-driven leadership, they are people who are um, modeling what they're talking about. So I just wanted to mention that. You can go on, Atala.
Thank you. No, to me, it was more about just sharing that opportunity that when you are able to listen to so many people, too many people in one day, right? To listen to their stories, to listen to their concerns, to listen to their fears as well. You are actually open doors for through connection, through empathy, through kindness, to being able to be present, to block everything else that is around you, and to really listen to to one another, and to just being able to even, by being present, by being compassionate, applying these values, automatically the level of stress is reduced for people who is around you, even in your tone of voice. That creates different kind of harmony, harmony, but also ambience. So when we are leading people, especially I'm talking with people that they were very critical in those very painful moments, and you are able to transform those fears into more calm, we can all take better decisions, right? So I'm thinking also, like, for example, when we're in a setup that we are taking from, staff members, right, making decisions sometimes, even when we're with clients, we are always leading somebody, but it all depends. My invitation will be like at least to try for the audience, one value, maybe you decide to go for empathy, just practice on the daily basis and you will see how your energy level changes. But at the same time, you find more solutions, you are more creative, you feel stronger, you sleep better, your digestion is going to be better, you have less cortisol in your body, which is amazing because it reduces stress. So that's important, right? And at the same time, you're able to keep moving whatever you are facing with more calm. And that's important. Leaders need to be able to embrace their trials, their situations, their struggles, but also with clarity, with peace, because in that
Exactly.
way you can lead somebody, right?
Yep.
Better. And I think we all need this kind of leaders in this world. People who truly are
Awesome.
that appreciate the human connection part and that they want to do the best, not just for themselves, but for others, for humanity as well.
Yes. 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 Thank you so much for this input, Atala. And of course, we can keep on going talking about the human connection and the seven core values. And I'm sure that we have a lot to pour into this community, but we will keep some for the upcoming lives. And I'm sure it's going to get better and better as long as we keep doing it. and improving ourselves during the journey, right? This is what I loved about starting up the character-driven leadership community. Dr. McKenzie.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear. Drop your nuggets, Mr. Impact Builder.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Good evening to some others, because I know it's evening out there in your world, Dr. Makki, right now too. So we want to thank everyone for tuning in to the Character-Driven Cafe. I am Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr., the Impact Builder. It's a pleasure to be here with these two. It has been a phenomenal conversation so far in what we're talking about, this leadership, this leadership journey that all of us are on. I'm the president and CEO of JNF Enterprises, and what we simply do is we assist entrepreneurs to develop their 4 pillars of sustainability. And I'm going to talk about one of them today really quickly, about the pillar that I'm going to be talking about, are principles. Why? Let me give you a couple of reasons why entrepreneurs, why leaders must have. It's not a want. It's not yeah, I could, I couldn't. It is a must. If you're going to be any kind of leader, you must have these 5 core principles that I talk about here, that I'm going to give you really quickly. And these principles go to you as an individual and as a leader, because you can apply them both in your personal life, and you can apply them into your business life and into your professional life. And the first principle that or here's the 5 reasons why you need them. I'm going to give you the principles. I'll talk about why you need to have principles. And principles are, I'll give you mine. I have 7 core principles that guide my life, and I have 10 that guide my business and my brand that I go by. I added 3 to go with the brand, but the first 7 are the same, and that's wisdom, that's vision, uniqueness, commitment, consistency, excellence, accountability. Those are the first 7. Those are all the same. As a leader, you have to develop your 7. What are those 7 core principles that you do not budge on, that they are non-negotiable for you, that you stick to no matter what? And here's why you have to have 7 core principles. The reason one is the reason why, what they will assist you to be able to do. It will anchor your leadership identity. You will be identified as a leader by your core values, by these core principles that you hold yourself by. And that's what I do. I hold myself to these principles that I say that I'm going to uphold in who I am, so that when people meet me, when people see me, when people hear me, they will see the principles through me. They will hear the principles through me, and they will trust the principles that they hear through me. So it gives you an anchor. What these principles do as a leader, they will give you an anchor for your identity, and who people will kind of see you as and define you as. So that's the first reason why you need to have core principles. The second is, it will guide your decision making in uncertainty, or in the decisions that you have to make. There is not one decision that I don't make without first going to these core principles that I have. And if they do not align, if that decision doesn't align with my principles, I have to say no. My answer to whatever decision that I'm making is no. Whether it has to do with, if I'm going to have to leave money on the table, I leave the money on the table, because my principles take value and take precedent over the amount of money that someone is being offered. We see this every day in leadership today. We can look at the world and the chaos that it's in, and we can see that it is a principle less led administration, governments, businesses. You see a lot of businesses Here, there are people in court today, going to court today. They are on trial today because they did not have core principles that they allowed to be able to make their decision to be a part of their decision making. So that's the second one. The third one is your principles allow you to be able to build trust with those that you lead. How many of you as leaders have the trust of those that you lead? They have to know that they can trust you. They have to know that the decisions that you're making are going to be for the betterment of you. It's going to be the betterment for them. And I'll use a family dynamic for this. If you are the leader in your family and you're making decisions that impact not only you, but are impacting the family that you're leading, how are you gaining the trust of your family if the decisions that you're making only serve you? You can't be a leader and say that you are being someone who will gain the trust of those that you're leading, and you're only making decisions for you. I promise you, they won't trust you. They won't trust you with another thing that you decide for the family. So it allows you, when you have principles and you allow the principles to be able to lead you as a leader, it allows the people that you're leading to be able to say, you know what, I trust that the decisions that they're making are for the betterment of us as a whole. Doesn't mean that it has to be, I might not like it. I might not like it, but I will trust and believe that that decision is made with me in mind. That's what true leaders do. So that's the third one. You build trust. The fourth one is it shapes the culture and the behavior of those that you lead. You have a culture. As a leader, you are responsible for developing the culture that is around you and those that you lead. If you don't have a culture, then you have no foundation. You have nothing that people can depend on. And I'll give you an example like this. It has to do with football. It's a football analogy. So excuse me, Italia, if you don't follow football or sports a whole lot.
I saw plays football. I've been in football the whole my life.
But here's what happens when you hear analysts, when you hear the football analysts, when you hear them talk about, they'll say sometimes a team does not have a culture. They don't know, they don't have a foundation for what they're known for. Principles give you a foundation for what you're known for. Whether it's, like I said, we're having wisdom, being unique, being committed, being having a vision. When you can solidify yourself as a leader with these type of foundational principles, then you know that those that you are leading, they will tend to understand the culture that you've built. They will understand the culture that you're building. And then you as the leader, when you're looking to have people around you, if you're an entrepreneur and you have people that you're leading and you're going to be hiring, you want to make sure that they understand the culture that you have developed within your business, within your brand, what your brand is being known for. So it helps you to be able to have that foundational culture, what I call my brand you culture, the culture that you want that the behaviors and everything else that you want your business, your brand, and even in your family. Your family has a culture. Even within your family, you have a culture. So what's the culture that you want your family, your business to be known for? That's what principles are. Standards are. I know my mom, she ain't play. There was no plan. There were certain things that you were going to do. Education mattered. That was a part of our culture as a family. Culture mattered. You weren't going to do anything that was going to offend or make our name look bad. That was part of our culture. You weren't going to act out of pocket, or something was going to happen to you. You know what I'm saying? So that's a part of the culture. Yep. When you develop that culture, you allow yourself to be able to be able to have those foundational things that you believe in and that you move on. And then the last one, and then I'm done, is it gives you you future-proof your legacy. When you future-proof your legacy when you have principles, because long after we're gone, long after it's said and done, those that come behind us Well, if you poured your principles into them, they will carry on what it is that you've instilled in them. They will carry on what it is that you have poured into them. Same thing with your business and your brand. When you are a leader, you pour into what it is that gets the legacy that you establish. Think of the people that have gone on before us. The one thing that you hear at every funeral, they talk about the legacy of that person. Well, part of your legacy are the principles that you've left inside those that are coming behind you. So when you do that, when you have these five principles, when you have these principles, or when you have these, I'm sorry, when you have instilled in these methodologies for establishing your five principles, when you have principles, 5 to 7 principles, you allow yourself to be able to be anchored. You allow yourself to be guided in your decision making. You allow yourself to build trust. You allow yourself to shape your culture, and then you allow yourself to future-proof your legacy. So that's the 5 reasons why you need principles as a leader. And when you develop those, trust and believe, you will find yourself making life easier for you. When you have those principles, it makes your decision making and everything else that you do somewhat easier. I ain't saying the decisions that you have to make are going to be easier, but it makes your decision making easier because you base the things that you do off of those principles that you develop for yourself. So I'm done. I'm finished talking. I'm gonna turn back over to you, John.
Well,
I am so
I need to.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead,
But
Atal.
I so agree with it because in reality, it's like a guide for life, right? You make a decision based on your core values, and it's easier, really easy to make decisions. But also at the same time, you're impacting others, your family, your business, people, clients, everybody who's around you. So I believe so. It's like a footprint, and this is about legacy. I was talking with my son today, and I said, you know what? I don't want a business. I want to leave a legacy of more love, of more compassion, more empathy, more kindness, all the things because it needed, the world needs more of this. So it was beautiful. Thank you so much. I totally agree with you.
Exactly. Awesome. Dr. McKinsey, what was the reason you agreed to the character-driven leadership vision?
No, here's the thing, Doc. When you asked me and was telling and began to tell me about this, again, all I did was go to my principles. Was it something that aligned with? Was it intelligent? Was it an intelligent decision that I was making? Absolutely. I just went down my checklist. Did it align with my vision? Check. Did it make me unique? Absolutely, because this is something that is unique. Leadership is not something that's readily talked about in this day and age, or if it's talked about, it's not talked about in a positive manner. Check. Was it something that I could be committed to? Absolutely. Was it something that I was going to be consistent with? Absolutely. Did it exemplify excellence? Absolutely. That's what the Character-Driven Leadership Cafe is about. It's about operating in excellence. And then the last thing, is it about accountability? As leaders and within the Character-Driven Leadership Cafe, we hold ourselves accountable for being who it is that we say that we want to be. So it was a no-brainer for me. All the checks checked off. So I had all the checks. So it checked off for me.
So we're gonna get our FDA approved from your side.
Say
Can
that
you hear
again?
me?
Yeah, go ahead.
I said we're gonna get our FDA approved as a cafe from your side.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Awesome. Awesome.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much for your input, Atala and Dr. McKinsey. And the reason why I asked these questions is to demonstrate why we came together on this mission and this vision. And sure, we're looking forward to expand the vision of the character-driven leadership, because leadership is a huge ocean. And I know it's a broad topic. That's why each one of us is specialized in something that is related to leadership that can make leadership better and and we can raise awareness by just playing in our expertise area, or area of expertise, as we can say. So that's the reason why we came together, me, Atala, and Dr. McKenzie. This is how we connected, because Dr. McKenzie has his own checklist, and it was aligned with the vision of the character-driven leadership. And the story of me and Atala, how we connected from the very first conversation, because I was excited about the project that I was working on, and I just told her, like, she asked me a simple question: what are you up to? You know, it's just a cold message. What are you up to? And I started sharing my vision out of excitement, and I was fascinated to see Atala, getting along with the vision, and then that's where we agreed to get on a call and talk about it, and that's where we met in this vision, and everything else aligned with it. And this is what I liked about the starting point of this movement. And I have to admit that Atala and Dr. McKenzie, you played a very big role in me being much more thoughtful about what to include in the character-driven leadership. The vision is to bring leaders together, discuss problems, and bring solutions along with the problems, so people will gain more awareness and know how to navigate and lead their life. But also, character-driven leadership is going to be a platform for leaders from all walks of life to come and learn and grow and grab whatever they want. Like, that's why it's called a cafe. You know, we have a variety of drinks, bites, meals, recipes, and based on that concept, we're going to come with much more content to be added to this idea called the character-driven leadership. That's why I'm saying it with confidence that character-driven leadership is going to be a hub, the one-stop hub for leadership diagnosed. And very soon we're going to kick off with the podcast, the ICU podcast, Intensive Character Unit podcast. That's where we're going to be discussing real problems, bringing real solutions, and offering real practical strategies and exercises, if you will. We started with the Character-Driven Leadership Facebook group. We are going to be posting in the file section tools to help, again, leaders from all walks of life to take care of their well-being. That's what Atala is all focused on. Running a great business, that's what Dr. McKenzie is focusing on. And frameworks and strategies on how you can lead your life, that's when it comes to my area of expertise. Leadership for me is passion. So I just wanted to close out with this. If you have something, Atala, you can close with. After that, we go to Dr. McKenzie, we close it out, and we will sign off afterwards. So it's back to you, Atala, if you want to close out.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure to be here with both of you. And I just want to invite anyone who will be maybe just being able to connect with us in the future as well, just to choose one of the values, the value that resonates more with you, the value that maybe your body needs the most, your heart needs the most, your mind needs the most, and just apply on a daily basis, just one. And you will see how your body changes, your chemistry changes, but especially also the value that you can give to others is going to be transformed as well. So thank you very much, and just a pleasure to share this platform with both your expertise also, because we're adding value, real value to humanity.
Sure. Thank you, Atala. Dr. McKenzie.
Yeah, and I love that, Atala. That is absolutely phenomenal, because the human aspect is always the vital part of leadership, and we have to understand that and know that. But I'll just leave this. I'll put in the comments there, the link to the Character-Driven Leadership Café on Facebook, so that
Awesome.
people can actually go there as well. I'll put that in there once I get the opportunity to. So I hope that something that was said today, hope that something that the nuggets that we gave to you was a part of what you will be the beginning of the conversation that you will have, not only with yourself, but those that you lead, and then other leaders that you surround yourself with, to begin to talk about what does this leadership thing in the 21st century look like? Because as we shape and move further into the 21st century, leadership is becoming more and more vital. That we understand what leadership means and what it is, what it looks like, what it means, what it shapes. And in the CDL, that's what we call it. In the CDL is where you can come to be able to get information. You can get knowledge. You can get those tips, tools, resources, networking, all of those things to be able to help build you as a leader, and then also help build others that you will be pouring into as a leader. So we want you to be able to join us. We want you to be able to take advantage of the tips and sips and the wall that's all a part of this cafe. Pull up to the cafe. That's what we need you to do. Come on in, grab your cup of coffee. I don't drink coffee, so I'm gonna have some tea. I'm gonna have some tea, sit down, and we talk about have these discussions that we have about making us better as leaders, man. I'm gonna leave it right there with us. This was great.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much for your contribution, Atala and Dr. McKenzie.